Good morning, everyone. What is going on? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Well, market breadth signals a major divergence, and this could mean that the market is not really supported. But before we dive in, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. You guys, if you're new here, more than welcome, and make sure to hit that small bell notification so you always get notified when I come live here with you. Good morning, everyone. Let's see who we have here. We have Pac-Man, Alex, Dobrotro. We have King Tony, Trevor, Minus Pain is shooting his exchanges, and then we have Moria, Stanimir, and Gogo. Good morning, everyone. Mark Bass also made it today. That's very, very cool. God's Powered number 10. I absolutely love that name. Brett, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? How are you doing in this market? We saw yesterday that we might be coming into some range territory over here, so that is what we're gonna be looking at today. So let's not waste more time and start straight in over here. Okay, so first of all, sentiment is a little bit mixed signal. So basically what happened over here, as you can see, we had the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, which finished quite high yesterday. Very nice day. But then we had the Dow Jones slipping a little bit. Well, that's pretty much a classic divergence over here. Overall, if we look at the sectors, on the day performance, we can see that the tech and communication services led very, very highly, whereas the energy sector lagged massively. Now, what's important to note over here, make sure to restart the chat box, you guys. Hello, good morning, GDM Hatcher, Brett, Diamond Eyes. So what's important to note over here for this data is that the market breadth was soft. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means over here, if you look on advancing and declining versus issues, you can see that there were more losers than winners. So even though mega caps were lifting the headline indices, we had the majority declining. So for those of you who are new here, let me just explain real quick what market breadth is. So market breadth is going to look like at how many individual stocks are going up versus how many are going down, regardless of the index weighing. So in case you're having a healthy rally over here, you are going to see a broad participation and you will see most of the stocks on green. And when the breadth is weak, the rally is going to depend on a small leadership group. Now, you can imagine what's happening over here, right? If those names, if those big leadership groups starts to fall, then that is going to mean that the market can roll over super, super fast. And there is a saying actually that traders are saying the generals are charging, but the soldiers aren't following. So that is the one thing that we need to be aware that we're looking at. Yes, we're going to look at the VIX as well. So over here, I want to point your attention that the fear and greed index, even though the market was heading up with the major indices, the fear and greed index is actually slipping to neutral at the 52's territory over here. So what is that telling you? Well, that's slipping from recent highs, and that is meaning that we're in a neutral sentiment. So when we are at a neutral sentiment or close to a neutral sentiment, that is going to tell you that if we have any data that is coming, which we do quite heavily this week, that is going to mean that the market can pretty much swing from that data very, very much. In terms of the VIX over here, so we had the VIX falling 4.8% yesterday on the day, sitting at around 16.35. Now, low volatility, listen to this now. When you get low volatility and you get poor breadth, that is going to show you that there is a fragility in the market that is being masked. So you need to learn the correlation between VIX and the overall market performance. Now, and again, why does it matter? Well, it matters because when we have just few tech giants that are pulling the indices up while most of the stocks are falling, then the rallies can fade super fast. So then as traders, we need to be selective, right? We need to be looking at the sector rotation because that is going to matter way much more than what the index is printing over here. In terms of the US JOLTS opening yesterday, we had that as well. We had a slip over here, not very great. So we fell to 7.18 million for the first time. That print we had from the first time since 2021. So openings are below the number of unemployed, and that means that the job market is cooling. Why would that matter for us? Well, we want to know if the job market is cooling because that would mean that the market reduces wage pressure. That would mean lower inflation risk. That would mean boosting also the odds for rate cuts over here. So as soon as we got that information on the calendar yesterday, 7.18 over here, what happened? Well, of course, that is going to be supportive for the stocks, for the gold, for crypto as well. But it also means at the same time that it might be rising recession risk, with pressure on things such as like cyclicals and of course the small caps over here. So now, as you can see, after this data, we're now almost at 100% odds. So the market is pricing now. Multiple trackers are putting the rate cuts odds, which are on over here 17th of September, above 90%, almost to 100% right now. So that is actually insane because we want to see the rates cut, right? That's going to support us. In crypto, it's going to support tech, is going to weigh on the dollar. And we're going to get a lot of risk appetite coming into the market. But it's of course important that growth doesn't fall off the cliff. That is what we need to be watching out for. And of course, we can look immediately. Do we need to look at that? Of course, we track gold. Gold, even with the pullback, is absolutely over here. This is a 4-hour time frame. So if you come on the daily, it is still on. Gold one stop at the moment is breaking out heavily, and silver as well. So yeah, that's very good, and it's going to continue to be good in my opinion, although energy fell quite badly. But we're gonna see what happens today and by the end of the week with all the news that we're having, you guys, because don't forget, we're looking at ADP non-farm that is going to come today, and then we have initial claims over here, ISM services, and the big banger is going to be on Friday with the non-farm payrolls over here, which we're going to see how that's going to do. That's going to be the big banger. So remember, right, how are we using this? Well, if we have hot jobs / wages, that is going to mean that the rate cuts odds are going to fold, yields are going to go higher, USD dollar is going to go higher, and gold, crypto, whatever you can think of, is going to wobble. And if we get the soft job prints, that is going to mean, again, high rate cuts odds, gold, tech, crypto are going to catch a bid, and financial cyclicals may lag a little bit on growth fears. You guys, type in the chat box, let me know how you feel about this week. I understand that a lot of you are like staying away from the charts because nobody likes to trade a range, right? But happily, our system is exactly designed for that, you guys. And I'm gonna remind you once again, while you're here, go ahead. Here's my video, I copied it here for you. That's a weird ad. I will never pay for this. But anyway, make sure you come in the description box of this video and register for the trading course waitlist, where I'm going to teach you how to trade ranges, you guys. And more to that, I'm going to give you all of my little nitty-gritty strategies that I'm using every single day. Of course, if you want to join Discord as well over here, and how you can get a VIP access on my Discord is, again, if you registered with the Bluffin link over here, which is under extra promo, this link is going to give you VIP access to Discord. And most importantly, we have promotions now. If you deposit money to trade with, so that is going to mean you're trading money that you deposit in your futures account on Bluffin, you're gonna get 20% of that as a bonus cashback straight into your trading account. So make sure you get you make use of that offer over here, because 20% is not a little cashback on your trading money right over here. And on top of that, you get VIP access on Discord. Make sure to check everything in the description box, you guys. So first of all over here, let's see what's happening in the chat. La 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 la. Okay, very long messages. Make sure you hit the like button, you guys. Yes. Okay, let's start over here. Well, first of all, of course, we're gonna go and start with Bitcoin and assess what's going on over here. Well, you guys, yesterday I tried to make it clear that it's very important for price to break 112,000 on Bitcoin, but we didn't get that break. Soon as price came in, it rejected. So that is still showing weakness in the price over here. It's very important that we at least come and locally create some sort of a higher a higher high and a higher low. It is important to create that structure because currently we're still in a rotation phase to the downside, and the selling pressure is what is taking control over here. Overall, the good stuff is that we managed to break above 110k, and today we want to see price holding above 110k, because if we lose the 110k, then we're gonna be like, potentially looking at 106k Bitcoin. And if we lose 106 Bitcoin, price has straight way to go to 100k again if it wants to be honest with you guys. There is nothing stopping it if we lose the 106k level. Bit late today, Wi-Fi isn't working. No problem, Joe. So nice to see you. Okay, happy to see everyone is here. We have around 43 people. I'm not checking how many likes we have, but we need to have at least 43 likes right now. So you guys, you let me know how many likes we have. So again, I'm repeating for Bitcoin. You want to see here for a bullish confirmation, you want to see 112k broken, and you want to see 114k broken after that as well. These are going to be your two levels that you are looking at. Thank you, Diamond Eyes, for my hair color. Appreciate the comment. See, I'm always going to be a girl. That's it. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much for Bitcoin. And like we said, with the massive drop over here, essentially, if you're looking for price to make a move after a drop, you want to see some sort of a range. So hopefully we're seeing that right now. And on a good day, maybe for bullish price action, maybe you drop to the downside, you retest 106, and then you reverse. That would be a very good scenario. But if we don't see that happening, we might see this rotation continuing to the downside here for Bitcoin. So just be mindful. Today price opened again a little bit bearish. So let's see how that works out up until the news comes in. Of course, if you're a Bitcoin holder, like, I mean, seriously, you guys, do we need to come and see, at this? Like, for Bitcoin holders, it doesn't really matter, does it? Right? Like, price has just been going up and up and up, but people like to complain even when price is above 100k, especially traders. I do understand that. But, if you're going to be a trader, you need to be able to trade the upside and the downside as well. So that's why I recommend you guys sign up for the course over here. So I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that, because you can't be just waiting for price to go up in order to participate in the market. Like, what are you going to do in the bear market? Honestly, you guys, what are you planning to do in the bear market? That's my question. Like, are you not participating like completely? So you're a trader only for the bull market? No, you have to be able to participate in both sides, and you never should have one specific bias and hold that bias. You should be able to participate in both sides as a trader. So yeah, short in the bear market, absolutely 100%. So Ethereum over here, it was very nice. It was very nice to see. What we wanted to see here is the true month open. That was pretty much the threshold over here for Ethereum. So we wanted to see ETH hold that level, right? We wanted to see ETH hold that level because we know that ETH has job to do up here at the 5k. So regardless of what's happening right now, I am maintaining my bullish bias on Ethereum. Yes, it's not very nice that price is in a range, but this is what happens usually before a big move either to the upside or to the downside, right? So we have to be prepared for both scenarios because a lot of the coins are sitting really in an area where they're just like about to literally explode. Like, think about it. Look, for example, XRP, right? Look at XRP, you guys. Right. I don't know if you're like a traditional, pattern trader or whatever, is that going to be, that's probably something you guys are looking at. Right. So look at that, right? Even if I'm not even looking at the patterns, I just look at the chart and I can evaluate and assess very quickly that price is getting very much contracted over here. So that is going to mean that you're going to get an explosive move very, very soon. So the thing that you have to be thinking about is whether that move is going to be up or whether that move is going to be to the downside. Like, unfortunately, both scenarios are on the table as of now, especially the way the market is moving. Do you guys understand? But it's pretty clear from this price action that soon we're going to get some sort of unexplosive move. So what can you do in that case scenario over here? So for example, for XRP, what can you do? Well, you pretty much know that you have to hold either 2.8 or 2.5 over here, because if you lose the 2.5 area on XRP, honestly, you guys, absolutely nothing is going to hold price up until 2.3, 2.1 levels over here. So its price is a little bit unsupported. If we lose this level over here, if we lose the 2.5, then we might see price actually roll over a little bit more. So it's very important that we take chances at the levels of support and resistance every single time. Mr. Vane, XRP falling wedge bullish. Yes, I understand, Mr. Vane, that the falling wedge is bullish, but then you're gonna see other assets with a rising wedge. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, let's just like think of one. Let's look at BNB, for example. Oh, what do you know? Is that a falling wedge? So what are you expecting for BNB to like come and drop? No, right? You're expecting for this asset to be bullish. So you never know. Even with a falling wedge, you might get price, pumped to the upside. BNB has been absolutely going crazy in a parabolical price discovery over here. Honestly, like one of my favorite coins. Down here. So currently quite a bit of an area of support for BNB. So even if we get a drop quite substantial here for BNB, I'm still happy, like 6-7%, 8% is going to be absolutely fine. This area to be wicked, fine. I'm fine with that because ultimately I know that the price is bullish over here. Minus Pain, one of my favorites too. So many Dutchies over here. Let's go. Who had it? All the Dutchies. So yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like sometimes patterns don't work 100% of the time. They might be falling wedges, rising wedges, but we are here to look at the technicals. Hood, yes. Okay, most of the times falling wedges and rising wedges are playing out. Yeah, that's why they're a pattern, because they have to be playing out most of the time than not. Right, that's why they're a pattern. Solana is doing fine over here, exactly within our buy breaker block support zone and zone of interest. Solana has been doing good. So let's go ahead. I'm going to tell you the exact level here for Solana that you need to break in order for price to absolutely explode to the upside, and that is going to be $214 on Solana. So Solana, you want to break the 214 area, and once you break the 240 on Solana, there is no price stopping it. There is no stopping the price to 235, 245 over here within the sell zone when there is going to be a potential pullback, but I'm not expecting anything crazy, because also Solana all-time high over here is liquidity at $300 mark. You guys make sure to like that video. Yes. Pengu, yes, you guys, you've been requesting Pengu. We're going to look at Pengu right now as well. But again, make sure to check the description box for all of the offers that I have for you guys. Quick reminder, you can get 20% trading fees over here back on Bluffin if you register with my link in the description box for Bluffin over here, extra promo link, and you can get the VIP access to the community for free. Otherwise, it's $33 per month. So that's an exclusive deal that it's running up until, I forgot when, probably like 15th of September or something. I don't know. And also I've partnered with Pionex from yesterday, you guys, which we've set the bots over here on Pionex. Like, this is really making trading easy because we have built-in bots that will automatically run your setups while you sleep. Again, with Pionex, there is like multiple offers that you can get. Where's my link over here? Yeah, just here. So the thing with these bots are that you need to set the range, just like we discussed yesterday. If you haven't watched yesterday's live, go ahead and watch it. And you have to wait for the bot to go in red a little bit so you can get your buy positions tagged in all the way down, and then you can get, oh, hammer, yeah. That's not nice. That is not available, whatever, but it happens. I think like the KYC option, I think you don't have to actually do that, but I don't know, like, I'm not sure, to be honest, about the Pionex, but it's pretty cool that you can trade and you can run these setups at the same time and just have the bots run for like 20 days until, because we know that October, November, December is going to be a bullish month. So we want to be participating at the low. So that's why, you know, for XRP, for Ethereum, I told you guys, I put a little bit, like I put $500 on my ETH position on the Pionex bots. Again, go ahead and register because the bonuses over there are absolutely sick, by the way, you guys. I told you, like, you have if you do KYC2, you get 50 USDT. If you deposit $100, you get $100, $500, $300. Like, it's pretty amazing. If you open a position over $100, you will get like, you know, $100. So that's so many bonuses at the same time, and you can stack the bonuses. Like, it's not like you get one and you don't get the other one. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So yeah, use Bluffin to get in the Discord and Pionex to just have some extra trading bots running for you, because we know that October is going to be bullish. So the way I set up, for example, my Ethereum bot is, so I'm already buying from here, but I want to be buying as price is going down like that as well. If it doesn't, happy days, I'm still tagged in some positions, you know, but if it goes, even better, because I want to get tagged. And over here, we know that on a weekly time frame, Ethereum, whatever happens, should not drop below 3,500, because if it drops below 3,500, then we're looking at a bear market now. So we don't want that to happen, right? We don't want that to happen. But we know that we're going to find support technically over here. And again, I'm going to teach you these things, you guys. Don't stress out. You're going to learn. So yeah, you know what? Ethereum over here at levels again, you know, very historical levels right now. So we need to be breaking those levels right now. The fact that we're retesting it, quite natural, right? It's going to be an area regardless. Like over here, you can see we've rejected that zone, April, May, actually May over here. So you're looking at this zone, you know, broken substantially. So now you're coming retesting this break over here from March 2024. So let's see. It's looking good for now. Just the market needs a little bit of strength. I don't know if everyone's waiting for the rate cuts, like what's going on. Over here, Bitcoin, CME futures, also looking fine. Look, we probably have to come up and fill that, right? Because even if that area is wicked, it's still considered an imbalance over here. And we also have marked it over here, so it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to fill that, or are we going to come and fill these wick overlap? Also possible, like weeks overlap. That's still, you know, weakness in price action, so we might be expecting that as well to occur over here. Dollar index, like honestly, when I'm looking on the daily time frame at the dollar, I don't like the way dollar looks, to be fair, because I know it's dollar, but think about it as any other chart. Like if you're looking at any other chart, this sort of scenario in price action looks quite bullish to me. Obviously, we don't want for the dollar to start exploding to the upside, but it does, however, look a little bit bullish over here. So yeah, there is still a big chance. We saw that we have, this is balanced price action over here. Again, stuff that I teach in my mentorship. You guys make sure to go and register for the course waitlist. Do that, because I'm going to close it and then it's going to be expensive. So yeah, over here, balanced price action, you can see how price tapped into it once and rejected. So even if we continue up here on the dollar, we have resistance at $99. And we have this area up here. So there is lots of resistance areas, but does that mean that dollar could pump a little bit more? Absolutely, 100%. It looks like that for now. So we need to be, we need to be mindful of that. We need to be absolutely mindful of that. And otherwise, if we start falling, then our further support is going to be down here. Actually, let's mark that. Let's mark that so we see it on all the charts, because that's weekly, very high time frame. So we need to have that over here. Weekly support / resistance. I just type it as S over here. So $93.4 might be an area where price is going to jigger as well. Let's look at Pengu, because I promised you guys I'm going to do that for Pengu over here. Yeah, so these were the 2-case scenario here that we were looking at Pengu. So this is the buy zone, not necessarily holding it nicely at all, to be fair. It doesn't look like a nicely held zone. So yeah, there is a potential for price to drop a little bit further, unfortunately. Let's have a look here. Weekly, nothing. Daily doesn't look good. Yeah, daily doesn't look good at all. So it seems like price might drop down. We have some BP over here, so that essentially is going to be mean balanced price action, but also you do have sort of like a little mini breaker block over here as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to drop all the way to the balanced price action. Might hold the fair value gap over here. This is with the help of my indicators that I find this area. If you want the indicators, they're in the description box, you guys. Developed by the best people in the industry. What can I tell you? We only do the best over here. Well, if it's money you won't need for the next 2-3 years, yeah, I see what you mean, but it's pretty much now or never. You know what I mean? Like, we have few more months out of this bull run. Potentially they just want to scare people over here. So on a weekly time frame, we have support over here on link. So this is massive support, right? Massive 22.88 for link. Dude, like, weekly support, you hardly get that on altcoins, and that is level from 4th of March 2024. So if we manage to flip that level, we're doing great. Sorry. Yeah, if we manage to flip that level, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great because look at it. It's an inflection point. This is an inflection point. Yeah, geen probleem. So yeah, this is an inflection point over here. You can see it from March 11, 2024. Very clear inflection point, which is $22.88 specifically on link. So this is the area that you need to break. It is very lovely that you broke it right now over here, but as you can see, you kind of did it once over here in 2024 December, and then you plunged, right? You plunged nicely. Where to? Well, of course, to the 0.236 of my range model theory. because that is the zone to buy from, you guys. So I highly suggest you get on the trade course waitlist. I don't know in what language to say it to you guys. Just please do it, because I'm going to teach you these things, and then you are going to know how to draw these things on your chart, and you will see the buy zones and the sell zones for all of your alts. Highly recommend, you guys, highly recommend you do it. Anyway, if you had that, but I hadn't created the course, I wasn't planning to create any course, I didn't care actually, but I see that it can really help you guys, so I'm gonna do it. I'm actually doing it, it's almost done, and I'm gonna release it soon. So now is your chance. So basically the thing about you know, the range model theory over here, yeah, 0.236 is a major zone over here. Market is absolutely scaring us right now, rejecting from the 0.5 on a normal chart. Let's say this is not a super high frame chart, a time frame chart. If it's not a super high time frame chart, I'm looking, imagine this is like the 2-minute time frame or the 3-minute time frame, whatever time frame you want, lower time frame. If price rejects on a lower time frame for me from the 0.5, I'm going to be looking for price to exit down the zero point, right? I'm going to be looking for price to exit. This is way too low. Doesn't matter. So yeah, I'll be looking for price to exit down, and I'll be potentially like looking for shorts in that situation. But knowing that we're in a bull market, then I would expect for the 0.236 to hold as a buy zone, which is exactly what's happening right now. And price is trying to manipulate us one more time, but it's not going to be the case. This time price is going to break $26. That's the thing, because it came from the 0.236, right? It manipulated one time back in December last year. This just had to happen. Price is finding support when it has to at $12.45 on link. Now price needs to explode and break the 0.5 point, to which you're looking for price to reach at you know, $41. Very healthy. Beyond $41, I don't know, honestly. And I've said that to you guys for link. I know that a lot of people are calling for $50 link. Absolutely possible, but for me, you know, I see that it might be a little bit of a resistance point over here. It is possible. 44.4, not even $50, right? So I think price might get to 42, 43, 44, and everyone is going to be waiting for $50, and probably it's not going to happen, because that's what the chart is telling me. So from here, that's like 100, you're looking 80 to like, I don't know, 90% gain on link. But above that, for me, of course, I always leave a runner, but like it's going to be like maybe 20% of my position. That's it. Even if I do that, I'll probably exit by $41 if I catch link long over here once again. So this is important to note, you guys, right? Don't get stuck with like these round numbers, psychological levels, because that's when you'll get screwed completely. For me, exiting at the safest levels is I've already won. If I made money in this market, I'm probably the 1% over here. So that's what I wanted to tell you. ICP, let's have a look real quick over here. $4.8. Absolutely disgusting chart. What can I tell you? I mean, extremely weak chart. Yes, you have some liquidation levels at the highs, maybe $16. I don't know. That would be too much, in my opinion. ICP has more work to the downside. Okay, like $4.3 needs to be cleared before anything happens. So this is double liquidity formation. Again, using my indicators, you want for the lower parts of this liquidity to be taken before you take the upside, because if that doesn't happen, and if we take this liquidity first, absolutely possible, well, you would know that eventually this is going to be targeted. When, I cannot tell you, but this is going to be the safer option. So just mark that level over here, which is sitting at exactly 4.3. 4.3 on ICP. Let me just put some alarm over here on ICP. So yeah, if that level is taken over here, it should hold as a support to some extent. So then we'll be looking for buys from here. Do you know what I mean? That's the safest option for ICP. All right, let's go Crow. You guys are hitting the requests like crazy. Crow, I haven't looked in a bit actually. Yeah, Crow just, you know, sells from the sell zone, like extremely clear over here. How did I miss that? You know, there's so many charts to watch. I miss it, guys. I miss it sometimes, you know. I don't put alerts and then I miss it when I don't put alerts. But anyway, so this was pretty much the sell zone. So now you're selling from the sell zone. Just broke 0.236. Very nice area to start accumulating, in my opinion. And you're looking for potentially 0.756. I don't know if anything more than that is going to come, which is 180%. It's quite nice. Quite nice. Manevich hate, can you change the time of the stream? Why, mate? Is it bad? Yeah. I'm trying to accommodate it for everyone, but you know, it's very hard to do. What is Wilf? What is that? What did you mean, whiff? Did you mean whiff, mate, or work meetings in the morning? Yeah, I get it, bro. Sorry. I'm really trying to accommodate everyone, but it's very hard. Yeah, whiff's not looking bad on a daily over here, so that's fine. Daily resistance at 1.43, so potential rejection over there. You have liquidity at 1.32, so that's as a first target, it works really good. So potentially over here, either accumulating from now, so that means you set the bot on Pionex. Again, you guys, you can register for the bot under the description box over here. So what you can do is just set your levels and essentially you start accumulating buy positions over here. Buy. In case price drops down, this should be support and then price should come up, and you set your target for either this or the daily resistance over here on whiff. I think I'm gonna do that actually on whiff. So yeah, you guys, very welcome. Thank you so much for being here, and don't forget to like the video if you haven't. Make sure to like, because we need some likes over here. Really appreciate you being here with me as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next one.